a couple years ago, he wore a shirt that basically said, "Nobody cares, work harder." I love that message. It wasn't about swag. It wasn't about all this fake tough guy stuff. It was about getting back to work. Now, last night, I heard a comment where he said, "Okay, guys, we didn't win the Super Bowl. We have a game in 7 days." That's what a quarterback does. That's the type of guy that you say, in today's game, I will give you $500 million. You are my franchise. So in the words of Terrell Owens, that's my quarterback. That's my quarterback.
Boom. Steve Kim agrees with me, Jim.
Okay. And he can agree with you. This is your show. That's what he's supposed to do. Me and Kim talked last night. He don't agree with that. He told me, he said, Jim, I know what you think I'm going to do, but believe me, I'm just saying that to appease the big guy. Go ahead, man.
You can't be defined by a hip-hop culture that calls black people bitches and hoes and N-words constantly and think that there's going to be some sort of respect that comes out of that makes you like, oh, when I'm thinking about partnering up, I want to partner with a black woman. Or to have a black woman say, when I'm thinking about partnering up, I want to partner with a black man. If your culture is hip-hop, and hip-hop is defining black women as bitches and hoes, and hip-hop is defining black men as ignorant, just to speak properly or accurately about what they say, what's said in hip hop, how is there any mutual respect between black men and black women coming out of this culture that would make them want to partner up in a relationship? But they're better than standing before the world and writing a letter that says protecting the growth of sports is far more important than protecting the growth of life. These people have more respect for animal rights than the life of a child inside of a womb. They'd rather see you abort a baby than kill a spider, kill a mouse, kick a dog.
Bet not. Bet not.
I'm not gonna bring dog fighting into this, but I could, in terms of the level of outrage and the hypocrisy.
Cultural perspective of us Asians is that sports is entertainment. We're not very good at it. None of us are really gonna make pros for the most part. We're gonna move on one way or the other. I get people are concerned about how we feel about it, and I would say how we feel about it is we don't give a damn.
You know what I love about that take? Honest goodness, it comes from such a place of confidence,
right,
that sometimes I think we as black people lack. We get offended by everything. And everything, oh, she's the first black woman to wear her hair in a bun and star in such and such movie. And she just made history. Because she's literally while
wearing a nose ring.
Yes, I literally have had arguments with people like, you got to understand the difference between a distinction and making history.
I see a lot of black women applauding him and thinking, you go, girl. First of all, he's not a girl. And I don't think you should respond or refer to anyone who has a penis as a female, period. Because in my opinion, if you're that serious about it, then cut it off. If you don't need it, cut it off. So if you still have it, you are a male, and I will refer to you as such. So I think that is disrespectful that women kind of applaud that and then wonder why they're single, where you're pushing the type of behavior that you're not even interested in. So I don't like it. I don't appreciate it. And I'm actually banned from going live on Instagram because of speaking out against Lil Nas X.
So he got that kind of juice?
I guess.
Actually, yeah. I call it the Alphabet Mafia has that kind of juice.
When I got my first head job at Tampa, we'd had 13 straight losing seasons. I get the job. I got in front of them just like Coach Noel got in front of us. I said, hey, don't make football your whole life, but you got to take this thing as important. We're here to win. We're going to turn this around. But understand this, I'm a Christian, okay? So I'm going to coach you a certain way. I'm not going to demean you. I'm not going to yell at you. I'm not going to make you feel small. I'm going to encourage you. And we got to be in this thing together. Well, everybody bought into that. It took some guys longer than others. But I remember we were at practice. It started raining. Then the lightning got close. My assistant, who's monitoring that, said, "Oh, it's still about 8 miles away. We're okay." We get another crash. And Brad Culpepper, a defensive lineman for us, he stopped practice. He said, "Hey, coach, you know where you're going, but for those of us who don't, can we go inside?"
I got emotional during the show and just more fired up, and I was far more profane. Now, it wasn't excessive, but I was just more profane than I had been at any previous time. And people were like, "Man, Whitlock kept it real today. Yeah, Whitlock was on fire." Mm-hmm. People like responded to that and like thought, "Oh, he's authentic and that's the best version." There were people actually saying this to me.
Wow.
And it made me say, like, if it's not packaged with a little taste of the hip hop, people have been programmed like maybe they want it. They don't think it's real. They don't think it's authentic. Well, he ain't really black. Mm-hmm. You don't say the N word. Mm-hmm. You don't cuss.
Yeah.
And so, what's your response to that?
Again, we're still going back to, it's just a different flavor, but we're still going back to the identity is being represented by the culture and not the truth that you're trying to get across.
Since you've swayed to the right, since you've swayed,
I have not swayed.
My question,
I haven't moved. The line right and left has moved, but go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay, you haven't moved. You haven't moved.
Yeah,
Let me ask this.
Yeah.
How have you been accepted by that side?
What side?
By the right. Because it seems to me like you're being accepted with open arms far more than you was accepted from the other side.
And so you're hitting my point. Exactly. And so I want to be crystal clear here. I haven't moved.
Okay.
And so the side, whatever side, Christians have never had a problem with me. Not true believers, anybody that's like with a true Christian, I don't say anything crazy to Christian ears. And so as a child at 25th Street Baptist Church, no one ever had a problem with me and I was accepted. I do think we need a female voice. Again, people love to say I'm a sexist pig. I don't think I'm sexist. I'll take the pig part, but I don't think I'm sexist. I am a pig. But no, on a serious note, I would love to add a female element to the show who can hang with the fellas and give as good as she takes. And, you know, for one day, she certainly looked the part. Look the part, be the part.
I'll just say with Shemeka's performance yesterday, Shemeka showed she got a pair on her.
She actually got 3 kids, Jim. 3 kids, and she's divorced. She's right.
I'm talking about her album cover. She got a pair on her.
You call it an album cover? It's a book.
It could have been an Ohio Players album cover, Jason.